So I'm here for my first session of chemo. We're doing it in-house in the hospital here, just so they can observe me. This is what the chemo ward looks like. So it's kind of like a big airplane and little sections, and everybody has their seat, and we all recline. And they have all kinds of good stuff. They have hot towels and blankets and snacks and coffee and water. There are nurses whose job it is to work each section. So my little section of 4 chairs has a nurse who makes sure that all the bags. By the way, this is my tower of bags. You got 3 on there. Got the pumps right here. They pump it. It comes all the way through connections to my port that was installed in my chest yesterday. You can also see where they went into my jugular vein there. So installed yesterday, working today. And let me tell you, it works really well. Very comfortable. They want to see how I do my first dose. That way, if I have any reactions, they can monitor or change future doses that I will be taking home. So going forward with chemo, I'll come in here once every 2 weeks. I'll get a bag full of chemo juice that I'll wear in a fanny pack, and then it runs up in my shirt to my port, all covered by my clothes, and is continually dosing me over the 2 days. That bag of juice will go from an apple size down to a lemon size, and when it's empty, I come back here, they remove it, and then I'm good for another 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks I'll get a fresh bag of chemo juice. Most of the symptoms, they say, will happen usually toward the last couple days of the first week of the new bag. So and the main ones are going to be fatigue, which I already have now because I'm anemic, but I'm about to get a huge iron transfusion using something called ferroheme, which she said, Dr. Jaramillo said, it's going to be plenty of iron for you. So I'm going to get a big transfusion 2 days from now when I come back to get this removed. And I said, could that, getting my iron back up where it should be, could that balance out the extra fatigue from the chemo? She said, maybe, or you might even come out ahead. So I'm stoked about having more energy, perhaps. Only under interesting thing today, I asked Dr. Jaramillo my prognosis. Now, I have stage 4 colorectal cancer. My prognosis is 5-year survival rate for my prognosis is 15%. So only 15% of people, if you look at the group, 15% of people who have my diagnosis live 5 years, are alive 5 years from now. There's a cure rate, which she doesn't like to use, and I understand why. Because what is a cure, and how do you know you've reached it? How do you know if it doesn't come back? But a cure rate for my diagnosis is 10%. So odds definitely against me in the percentages. But here's the important point she brings up. So this 15% survive with this diagnosis for 5 years includes all the sedentary, diabetic, heart disease people who won't exercise, who don't eat well, who have lots of other comorbidities, comortalities. It includes all them. So the fact that I'm relatively young, relatively healthy, and most of them are going to be in their 60s and 70s, and I'm early 50s, 52. So that makes my likelihood almost certainly better than 15%. But still, it's a little daunting. It seems like, well, I'm going to bet my life on this lottery ticket that I'm going to buy here. So I'm going to scratch this off, and I'm not sure what the odds are there. Maybe there's a 1 in 9 chance or 1 in 8 chance that I'll be alive in 5 years, based on the numbers. But I'm going to do everything else in my power, and have been and will continue to. Eating well, getting sleep, getting sunshine, being active as I can be. And just give it a go. See if we can beat the odds here, beat the house at their own game. So anyway, first session of chemo, so far so good. I'll let you know how future sessions go, and I'll show you my home setup when I get it. All right, talk to you next time.